Podcast titled The Boardroom Blueprint. Tagline: Insights into Corporate Governance, Board Leadership, and Ethical Business Strategy. Episode focus: Board Oversight of Culture, Ethics, and Conduct. The unique responsibility independent directors carry in safeguarding them. Welcome to the Boardroom Blueprint, your insight into corporate governance, board leadership, and ethical business strategy. I'm your host, Sriram, your guide to better governance. Today, we're focusing on one of the most difficult and most critical areas of board oversight: culture, ethics, and conduct, and the unique responsibility independent directors carry in safeguarding them. Let's begin. Culture is often described as intangible, but for boards, culture is measurable through behavior, decisions, and outcomes. Independent directors play a central role in ensuring that culture is not treated as a slogan, but as a governance discipline. The first distinction boards must understand is tone at the top versus tone in the middle. Tone at the top reflects what senior leadership says and signals. Tone in the middle reflects what managers actually reinforce through daily decisions, incentives, and consequences. Independent directors should be alert to gaps between the two. A polished leadership narrative cannot compensate for behavior that contradicts stated values. These gaps often surface through whistleblower reports. Whistleblower mechanisms are not simply compliance tools, they are cultural barometers. The volume, nature, and resolution of whistleblower complaints provide insight into whether employees feel safe speaking up. Independent directors should examine not only the existence of mechanisms, but how they are used, how quickly issues are addressed, and whether retaliation is truly prevented. Psychological safety is essential. When people fear consequences for raising concerns, risks go underground. And when risks go underground, governance loses visibility. Ethics must be treated as a board-level risk, not a legal afterthought. Ethical lapses can damage reputation, erode trust, invite regulatory scrutiny, and destroy long-term value. Independent directors should ensure ethics is embedded into strategy, performance evaluation, and remuneration frameworks. What gets rewarded sends a stronger signal than what gets written. Culture failures rarely appear suddenly. They build quietly through small compromises, normalized exceptions, and unchecked behaviors. By the time financial or compliance failures become visible, cultural warnings have often existed for years. Independent directors must look for patterns: recurring conduct issues, leadership turnover, disengagement, or a reluctance to escalate bad news. Oversight of culture requires curiosity, skepticism, and persistence. It requires boards to listen beyond management presentations and to engage with assurance functions, employee data, and external insights. Independent directors are uniquely positioned to ask the questions others may avoid. Ultimately, culture determines how rules are applied, how risks are taken, and how decisions are made when no one is watching. Strong boards understand that sustainable performance rests on ethical foundations, and independent directors play a defining role in protecting those foundations. Thank you for listening to the Boardroom Blueprint. Lead with integrity and govern with purpose.